Hello everybody and welcome to the HacettepePathology.com, and in this month I'm going to present a tumor located in the dorsum of the hand in a 40-year-old male, and this was a 3 centimeter diameter mass, and it's excised, and the consulted to our department. So the previous diagnosis was synovial sarcoma, and as you see here, this is a skin, and just regarding that this is located in the hand, it's kind of deeply located. We can tell that this is a deep located tumoral mass, and as you see, we have this multinodular soft tissue mass with some cracking. Some of them are artifacts, but however some of them are vessels, and here we have a thick old artery, and this is our tumor. And now I'm going to pass to another slide, and let me show you some. Again, there are some cystic spaces like this here, and some vascular kind of hemangioperistaltic staghorn vessels, as you see here, and we have this kind of multinodularity as some areas are also myxoid. Shows a myxoid degeneration, and let me have a high power field of what we see. This is short spindle cells accompanied by inflammatory cells, and they are monotonous. I don't see any mitotic figures at all, and no pleomorphism, and overall tumor doesn't have a necrosis. And if I go this area, this is again some short spindling cells, and if I assess this somewhat superficially, and when I come to that area with this kind of cystic space, which this is delineated by epithelial like cells, as you see here, and we can kind of call this tumor as biphasic synovial sarcoma. And then if you order an EMA, which is the most sensitive stain, and this is EMA staining, and this is diffusely positive in all cells, and let me show you the all areas, and of course the TLE1 may help, and this is also positive. It's not kind of diffuse, but it's there. Here, this is the TLE1, and the TLE1 is positive, and EMA is positive. You have this epithelial kind of cells, and biphasic synovial sarcoma could be a diagnosis. However, we also ordered cytokeratins, CAM 5.2, and this was negative, as you see here, and even the epithelioid areas where CAM 5.2 should be positive, these are negative for CAM 5.2, and even cytokeratin was also negative. We only request a focal keratin for synovial sarcomas, not the diffuse pattern, but just of note, beware of these technetium keratins, such as here. These are artificial squames of technetium keratins, and these are some other stuff, artifact dyes from the machine, and this is also negative. So then we turn back to the H&E again and see what else we have. Here we have this multinodular tumor, and once we appreciate that these nodules are surrounded by these chronic inflammatory cells, as you see here and here, and we have these finger-like protrusions throughout the capsule here, and here this nodule is a finger-like protrusion itself, and again we have this chronic inflammation. I don't know if I noticed any kind of this kind of chronic inflammatory cells around the synovial sarcoma before, so I suspect of another diagnosis. As you see, these cells have kind of fibrohistiocytic look, and these are not the cells of synovial sarcoma, which in which the cells form school of fish. They are more plump and kind of more cellular, but of course synovial sarcoma has various patterns in they may show the spectrum of morphological changes, and also synovial sarcomas may have this kind of patterns like storiform, but the cells are not. Of course, the synovial sarcomas may also show these myxoid areas, but the cells kind of look more fibrohistiocytic rather than spindle synovial sarcoma areas, and this area was not keratin positive, and I ordered a desmin, and desmin was also positive, and not in every place, but we have this patchy desmin expression throughout the tumor. So the now the working diagnosis is angiomatoid fibrous histiocytoma with these desmin and EMA co-expression, and the morphology quite good for it. Unfortunately, ALK was negative. I mean, this could support my diagnosis. ALK is positive, and again, this is not a positive staining. This is just a hemosiderin, and ALK may be positive in a subset of the angiomatoid fibrous histiocytoma, and I ordered a SYT fish, and this turned out to be negative with the 2 copies of the yellow signatures. However, EWSR was nicely positive. As you see here, we have this green and red signals. At least in one copy, we have the separation of the signals, and one copy is retained as in yellow stain. And this fish also supported the diagnosis of angiomatoid fibrous histiocytoma, and the diagnosis was angiomatoid fibrous histiocytoma resembling synovial sarcoma. And some angiomatoid fibrous histiocytomas may not show that much angiomatoid areas, and it can be seen in all ages, at all ages. So not only in children but also wide age range. It occurs in a wide age range, and the histology, the surrounding inflammation, and with the fibrohistiocytic cells. Once you see these features, just recall the diagnosis of angiomatoid fibrohistiocytoma, and this is it. Thank you very much. See you.